The first ever over-the-counter birth control pill in the U.S. has just been approved by the FDA. That means thousands of people will now be able to get the most common form of birth control used in the U.S. without a prescription. The FDA says it cleared Perrigo's once-a-day pill, but the medication won't start getting shipped out until next year. ABC News senior policy reporter Anne Flaherty joins me now with more on this. And according to the nonprofit KFF, an estimated 77% of women under 50 say they want birth control available without a doctor's prescription if research shows it's safe and effective. So how significant is this move?
So, Diane, this is absolutely huge. Advocates are saying this is a giant leap forward in reproductive rights. Of course, it only applies to one brand of a daily hormonal birth control pill, but they are also hoping that this sort of opens up the floodgates. Now, this is a progestin-only pill. It has fewer risks than those combination pills that include estrogen, but they say that this is going to start popping up in grocery stores and convenience stores. It's going to be everywhere that you can buy, say, ibuprofen or Tylenol. So it's going to significantly increase access for millions of women, particularly younger women and people who live in rural areas or who struggle to see a doctor and have access to a doctor. So they say that this is absolutely a historic step, Diane.
Now, right now, there's no age restriction for buying the pill. So are there any concerns about the impact this could have on young people, teens, that might take this?
So that was something that was discussed by this independent advisory board that was advising the FDA on this, and they were looking at some of the medical risks that come with, this medication, as there are with any medication. And they were concerned that younger teens, particularly teens under the age of 15, would be picking this up at stores without actually reading the label and screening themselves for any risks. But what they decided was that there were so few risks associated with this type of pill, the progestin-only pill. Certain breast cancer survivors shouldn't be taking it. Well, that's not likely to be younger teens. Now, I do think you're going to see some pushback from conservative groups that say, there really should be an age restriction on it because parents should be involved in that. But they said that it's important for young girls to be able to protect themselves against unwanted pregnancies. Half of 6 million pregnancies in the U.S. every year are unintended, according to the FDA.
So, Anne, can you talk a little bit more about the combination pill that have estrogen as well versus these progestin-only pills and the risks that do come with taking it?
Yeah, so the combination pill that includes estrogen, those can be associated with things like blood clots. And it's really important that patients talk to their doctor about whether or not they're at risk. For example, smoking can really increase your risk. We're not seeing that with these progestin-only pills. What you do see, though, is some concern that, for example, certain breast cancer survivors I mentioned should not be taking this pill. What the FDA advisors talked about is, well, if you're a breast cancer survivor, chances are you're pretty in tune with your medical history and talking to your doctor anyway. The other concern was that you could have abnormal bleeding and, decide, well, that could just be I'm on this new pill. If you have abnormal bleeding, you need to talk to a doctor because that could be a sign of an ectopic pregnancy. So they do want to get that message out, particularly to younger women, to know that you have to know your signs, know your body, and see a doctor if there's anything that's different.
All right. Anne Flaherty, it's always great to have you breaking down these stories for us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.